This is the Iowa Weather Report for Monday, April 29th, 2013. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a trough digging into the northern and northwestern sections of the country with some energy there. A little bit of energy around here on the lee side of the trough, and that'll be bringing us a cold front through the state. This could be bringing us some chance of some showers and thunderstorms and a little bit of severe weather. We'll look at the risk later on. That front slowly dissolves and then moves back northward Tuesday as another front approaches from the north and west. So Tuesday afternoon into the evening, we could see another round of showers and thunderstorms. Maybe severe weather then as well. We'll see about that. And then as we head into Wednesday, the front just decides to park itself with some showers and maybe a few thunderstorms around, but the cold air starts to seep in. And as we discussed yesterday, it's going to be the timing of the cold air with the precipitation around. This is Thursday at 1 o'clock. The 540 line is across the central counties of the state, with some moderate to possibly heavy precipitation. So we could see Thursday night. This is Friday morning at 1 a.m. The 540 line is across the central and eastern counties of the state. 850 millibar temperatures not seen here will be at or just below 32, and we could see maybe a little bit of wintry mix, which will likely change back to all rain here Friday during the day, with maybe some of the heavier showers producing a little bit of graupel or small soft hail. And this continues as this upper level low does not want to leave. Saturday looks showery with maybe a few breaks in the clouds, but not many. Temperatures likely during this time will go from the 80s on Tuesday to the 50s here by Saturday. Sunday doesn't look much better either. The upper level low just to the east of St. Joseph and Kansas City, Missouri. Still looking quite showery, cloudy, cold, highs in the 50s. By Monday, next Monday, the upper level low finally begins to move away. It'll be centered near or just east of Chicago, maybe near South Bend, Indiana, and we have a ridge building up just to our west. And Monday looks to be the last day we're going to have rain from this system. And this is the system that's coming in the first piece today, and next Monday it'll be leaving. So we could be in for several days of rainfall. A couple days after that, as we head into Voodoo, we don't have an upper level low anymore. The westerlies are along the U.S.-Canadian border by the 10th, and with this system we have a bit of energy over Hudson and James Bay. And that may bring a few showers and maybe a thunderstorm around here. Maybe some severe weather then, but doesn't look very likely. We'll look at that in future days and weeks ahead. And at the end of the forecast on May the 14th, we have a bit of a trough over the western Great Lakes from a system way to our north, ridge building up over the west, southern stream looking somewhat active. And with this, that would bring maybe a few showers and thunderstorms around here as well. As high pressure begins to move into the Dakotas from the north and west, so there looks to be several shots of some Canadian air, not this overly cold wintry air we've been seeing. Satellite image from last evening, we had a frontal system off on the east coast down into the south with some showers and thunderstorms. We have the one coming in today with some showers and thunderstorms along it, and the next system well off to our north and west, that's the one that's going to produce the upper level low later in the week. The watch morning map from last evening was fairly quiet, but it ain't going to stay that quiet long. Some wind advisories and high wind warnings in Montana and the northern Rockies, some flood issues in North Dakota and northern Minnesota, some river flood warnings continuing along the Mississippi River. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Friday evening at 7 o'clock, showing any precipitation we get is going to be quite significant. Maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain possible, maybe some wintry mix. We'll have to wait and see in the days ahead. Now to the slight risk of severe weather. This is the day one outlook. This is today and tonight. A slight risk of severe weather from about Madison, Wisconsin through Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, the Quad Cities, Ottumwa down to Lamoni and to almost Kansas City. The tornado threat today and tonight, fairly low, 2% chance of there being possibly a tornado. It's doubtful tornadoes would be likely with this system, but expect the unexpected. You never know. The main threats are likely going to be from damaging wind, even though it's the standard 15% chance. This would be winds over greater than 58 miles per hour or 50 knots. And the other threat looks to be from large hail, and you can see it's also in the same area, the 15% standard risk. So hail over the size of quarters. We'll see what happens later this afternoon into this evening with any of these storms later today.